it for? It's never boring. I'm gonna take care of it.
You're a barbarian, a savage.
It's been the same monopoly man at the top of Wall Street for 1,000 years.
Wall Street's not the roller coaster. You are.
Morning, go-getters.
Today, I finally get a son.
Doesn't speak a word of English.
Hey, no problema.
Come in peace.
Frank will be the new Hobo Local spokesperson.
I haven't won the competition yet.
Welcome to the South Side.
We have the #1 show of late night, Deez and Mero, coming to Showtime in February. We gotta get us some new chairs. What about this?
Yeah, you wanna make a baby? Yeah.
We should make the set look like Intake at Rikers.
Yeah.
Who would you like to have on the show?
First guest, Kim's new baby, in utero interview.
Who's doing that in late night? Nobody.
I'm a baby,
We
wah.
can get guests to polish our shoes while we interview them. Boom. Let's go make a TV show.
Get it, baby. And I'm taking this with me too, bro.
Bad baby mama, you can't take that away from me. I am always grinding cause my baby need to eat. Even when I'm down, I like the baddest that I beat. Cause a mother is a mother, but a mother is a queen. I'm a baby mama and I don't want your drama. Focus on me and I'm focused on the dollar. Focus on my family, the reason I go harder. You not talking family, then you not talking nada. SMILF. Baby mother be the best. SMILF. I'm a baby mother, I'm a bad.
Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to get started. We want to welcome you all to Los Angeles in the final press conference for Davis versus Ruiz. This is an event and a fight, part of a 3-fight card that you will see on Showtime Championship Boxing coming your way this Saturday, February 9th. From the Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California, for some of you formerly known as the StubHub Center. And this has been an area and a park for us that has brought some magical fights to Showtime Championship Boxing. In fact, it'll be our first time here in almost 4 years, but every time we come here, it is a magical night of fantastic fights, and we have a 3-fight card that will come your way on Showtime Championship Boxing, 7 p.m. Pacific time, that is 10 p.m. Eastern. The event is promoted by TGB Promotions, Mayweather Promotions, and Samson Boxing. Preceding the telecast, we also want to remind you that Showtime Championship Boxing will have Championship Boxing Countdown. Now, we'll be live streaming the undercard action. We'll also bring you some pre-fight analysis on the network social media platforms from a Hall of Famer, Steve Farhood. You can see those on our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, and that will come your way at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 5 p.m. Pacific. In fact, we are streaming 2 fights. One of them is the return of the Hammer. Former world title challenger Erickson Lubin will be taking on a former world champion in Ishe Smith. It is a 10-round super welterweight matchup. You don't want to miss that. We will be live streaming that fight as well as a 10-round super lightweight bout between Juan Heraldez and Eddie Ramirez. So you don't want to miss those as well. And then we get to the television portion of the event. 3 fights, and we start the telecast off 10-round lightweight bout between the Bumblebee and the Lion. Javier Fortuna, former world champion, taking on former world title challenger Sharif Bolger. The co-feature, Mario Barrios, probably one of the most exciting, young, up-and-comers in the 140-pound division. He's got height, he's got speed, he's got...
and he's got a bright future ahead of him. But grateful to Hugo Ruiz, tough, confident, eager to get a world title shot, to redeem after the missed opportunity you had back in January when your opponent couldn't make weight and you lost the world title opportunity there. So we're thrilled that you took the fight and we're able to keep this card intact. We think it's a great one. And we expect, like I said, fireworks on Saturday. We can't wait. We just want to thank everyone from Mayweather Promotions, TGB Promotions, and everybody at the venue for helping us stage what we expect to be another great night. Brian?
Thank you, Chris. Once again, we certainly give a shout out to our promoters for this great event coming away on Saturday. Tom Brown, who is in the back of the room. Tom, Certainly want to acknowledge him. Another one of our promoters, Mayweather Promotions. Love that. Mayweather Promotions. The past, the future, the present of sports. And the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, a man who needs no introduction. Without further ado, here he is, very clean, Leonard Ellerby.
Thank you, Brian. On behalf of Mayweather Promotions, we'd like to thank everyone for coming out today for this wonderful press conference. We have a great event this Saturday night. From top to bottom, we have great fights. The main event, the co-main event, the first bout leading into the broadcast, an outstanding two-fight that will be shown on the Showtime Facebook Live, and a terrific undercard with also we have 9 Mayweather Promotions fighters who will be featured. So we have a great night of boxing. So I would like to help you join me in bringing up a special guest who's my partner, who everyone knows him, future Hall of Famer, none other than the president of Mayweather Promotions, Floyd Mayweather.
It's great to be on this platform with so many young talented fighters. I could remember 23 years ago when I was in that same position. And when you're in this position, you must take advantage of it, because opportunities like this comes once in a lifetime. It's not you can't leave it in the hands of your team, can't leave it in the hands of a trainer. You must go out there and give it your all when you fight. No matter how you look when you go out there and perform, whether you beat a guy by outboxing a guy, you beat a guy by counterpunching, you beat a guy by standing toe-to-toe. The ultimate goal is to become a winner, not just in the ring, but on the outside as well. And that's what we do over at Mayweather Promotions. And there's a couple different subjects I want to touch on just in a boxing game, period. Whereas with me, I want the best for fighters. And if any fighter on this platform can surpass me or break all my records, it's more power to them. I want to see that happen. I don't want to be long gone and a fighter break my record. I want to be here to see these fighters surpass me. I want to see these fighters become great. I want to see these fighters become pay-per-view stars, because that's what it's about. And records are made to be broken. You know, I just had a game plan. And the game plan was to take each fight as it came. It wasn't to rush. And when these fighters go out there and they perform, whether you lose or you win, remember, it's all up to you. It's not up to the trainer, it's up to you. For you to go out there and do what you do best. And that's to go out there, perform, and be at your best. I can remember this young man coming to my gym, working hard, believing in himself. And sometimes we do 2 a days, because if we don't feel like we got the job done right, the first time we'll come back to shake out the kinks. We strive every day to be perfectionists. Nobody is perfect, but we strive every day to be the best that we can possibly be. This kid works extremely hard, but You can never take anything for granted. I think this fighter is more dangerous than Abner Mares. That's just my honest opinion. But I also think that Abner Mares is a hell of a fighter. And it's all about taking chances and taking risk. One thing we can't do is down Tank, because all he has done was beat the fighters that was put in front of him. Same thing that I done. So we're not here to criticize him. I'm here to uplift him and tell him that I want to see him do good, but I don't just want to see him do good. I want to see every fighter on this pedestal do good. And I'm pretty sure, you know, because Ruiz is a hell of a fighter. He's a tough competitor, former world champion, so he's not a pushover. But Tank, like I said before, every time he has came to me, when I say who you want to fight, said it doesn't matter. So he don't pick and choose. So if y'all want to criticize anybody, criticize me, or criticize Leonard Ellaby, or criticize whoever, but don't criticize the fighters. The fighter's job is to go out there and fight and be the best that they can possibly be. And I'll tell Tank this. For years, Tank, they criticized me from the beginning. First, they say the fighters, I was a small man. Then when I was a knockout artist, they said Mayweather's not fighting against nobody. And then when I became an older fighter and my body broke down, I was going the distance, they say, well, Mayweather don't got the knockout power. What you keep doing is going out there and winning. You fight for you and your family and your children. That's what's important. Me, myself, if I don't throw another punch another day in my life, I made smart investments, and that's the ultimate goal for us to help you do. Make smart investments on the outside, because soon, I've been at the top for 23 years. When I was at the top in the beginning, there was none of these writers, total different writers. They're gonna write good about you, they're gonna write bad about you, but the ultimate goal, as long as they write about you. That's the ultimate goal. Ruiz, you're a hell of a fighter, tough competitor, hell of a fighter. I seen you fight. And good knockout power too, 18 fighters in the first round. But we can't knock you because you only had 20 fights. A hell of a matchup, and that's what we want to see. Leonard, I want to say thank you, because a lot of times I'm traveling the world, still making appearances, still making hundreds of millions of dollars while being retired, but it's you every day, either me or you that they're going to criticize. But let's continue to help these fighters grow. We're not the type of company whereas like other promoters, whereas if a fighter is fighting with you and then a fighter leave and go to a whole nother company, then we talk bad about the fighter. We want to continue to put on good fights, put on exciting fights, and see these fighters push their ability as far as they can possibly push their ability. This young kid right here, in the back right here, Truck is amazing. Another fighter from Baltimore, and I'm not pretty sure, but I believe deep in my heart he will be world champion too someday. To this team over here to my left, which is Tank Team, Calvin, you've done an amazing job with the kid. You know, only thing I want to do is continue to help, if it's inside the gym or in the backgrounds. I want to continue to help, because the ultimate goal is to make this kid a household name and to make him a pay-per-view star. And just to my team and to my staff, to my Mayweather Promotions team, to my staff, I just want to say thank you guys for working hard, day in and day out. Steven Espinoza, Showtime, Al Heyman, and the Watson family, Courtney, Sam. You guys have worked hard, you know, behind the scenes for years and years, and you guys don't get the credit that you're due. I just want to say thank you to everybody that showed up to the press conference today. And it's all about excitement. It's all about putting on great shows and putting on great fights. Saturday will be another blockbuster, and I'll be there pushing the fighters as far as I could possibly push them. I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to everyone that's behind me. You guys are doing an amazing job, and I'm going to continue to stay in the background and push these guys as far as I could possibly push them. Thank you.
Thank you, Floyd. Appreciate that. So that means there's no Floyd-Manny rematch. All right. Let's hear from the fighters. First fight, you'll see on the broadcast. The Lion, Sharif Bolger. Come to the podium. Have a few words, please.
Hello, everybody. I would like to first say all praise to God, the most great, the most high. Thanks, guys, for coming today here, covering us with your media. I would like to thank my team. They've done a great job. Theo Torrance, Jimmy, Duane Blake, William McGriffin. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. And on top of that, Mayweather Promotion. Thanks, guys, for the push that you guys been showing us all throughout these years. You guys have been pushing all these young fighters and giving them opportunity to shine and showcase their talent. Thank you so much for that. And all the promoters that have come together and put this show together. And top of that, thank you to Showtime. We have a great fight coming up on this Saturday on February 9th. I'm fighting a gentleman, Javier Fortuna, former champion. He's a great fighter, tough guy. I expect him to bring a lot of fireworks, and I'm prepared for that. We have a good game plan, and Saturday night, you guys don't miss out. It's gonna be the return of the Lion. Thanks, guys. God bless you all and your loved ones. Thank you so much.
Sharif is on a 10-fight unbeaten streak. You heard him allude to his opponent. He's a former world champion. Goes by the moniker the Bumblebee. Here's Javier Fortuna. Our Felix de Jesus from Showtime will be doing the translation.
Muy buenas tardes a todos.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Primeramente doy gracias a Dios por permitirme participar en esta cartelera.
I thank God for participating in this beautiful event that we're having.
Y gracias a la promotora, a los manejadores, a todos los que están relacionados en la cartelera.
Thanks to the promoter, the manager, and everybody involved with the event.
Me siento muy orgulloso de participar en esta cartelera.
I'm very honored in participating in this event.
Y contento y daré lo mejor de mí.
And I will give the best of me.
Ya que voy con un boxeador que es bueno, tiene buenos méritos.
I'm going against a good boxer who has good merits.
Pero no importa el obstáculo que hay entre el medio.
It doesn't matter the obstacles that we have in between.
Yo lo lograré y saliré por la puerta grande.
I'm going to come out through the open, the big door.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias a todos por tenerme presente y muchas bendiciones.
Thank you, and thanks to everybody, and you'll see a good fight.
Now to the co-feature. And coming to the podium is a man who's won 5 straight, hasn't tasted defeat in a couple of years. Here's Richard Zamora. And our Felix de Jesus will be doing the translation.
Hola, buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
Me siento muy contento y quiero darle las gracias a Dios por estar aquí en este momento.
I'm very happy, and I thank God for being in this moment.
Gracias a la empresa por darme una oportunidad de estar aquí.
Thanks to the event coordinators, everybody involved, for me being here today.
Esta es la oportunidad que estaba buscando.
This is the opportunity that I've been looking for.
No pienso dejarla ir y estoy listo para pelear.
I am ready to fight. I am not going to let this opportunity pass by.
Gracias.
Thank you.
His opponent, unbeaten, considered one of the up-and-comer, especially at 140 pounds, Mario Barrios.
How's everybody doing? I want to thank SHOWTIME, Mayweather Promotions, TGB Promotions. This is a huge opportunity. I'm very excited for it. I'm just looking to, to go out there Saturday night, put on a great fight, for all the boxing fans. I mean, there's not much to say, I mean, I'm ready and I'm excited, and I'm going to take, full advantage of this opportunity. Thank you.
Now we come to the main event that you'll see on Showtime Championship Boxing Saturday night. And come to the podium, one of the promoters of this great event. He's the head of Samson Boxing, and one thing you know about him, he has fighters who come to fight. Here is Samson Lukowitz.
Good afternoon to everyone. It's an honor for me to be involved in this great show, especially with Tom Brown from TGB and Mayweather. Probably many people say that Mayweather, it make this happen because the money. I say no, it's not about money. I know Mayweather, I know the history. And if you remember the 24/7, who was the start of the 24/7? Mayweather. All the promoters, including myself, we cannot even come closer to Mayweather promotion. And I want to congratulate not only Mayweather, who is behind Mayweather promotion. The 24/7 is true. I never forgot the first time I saw him in 24/7. Back to this show, I guarantee you 2 great fights. Actually, it's 3 great fights, but I don't know which one it would be the best. If Fortuna or it be Hugo Ruiz. Hugo Ruiz, he was training for the southpaw, and 3 weeks ago, he fought the right-handed. He was a sparring partner, actually. Now, after 3 months and 3 weeks training for the southpaw, we have a fight. Trust me, it's a fight. Nothing against Maris, but I believe Davis have his hands full with the El Cuatito Ruiz. The mother, the father, the brothers, everyone is a fighter. And he's a real Mexican. Viva Mexico. Thank you. God bless you all.
And now here is the former world champion, Hugo Ruiz.
Buenas tardes, tengan todos ustedes.
Good afternoon to everybody.
Me siento muy agradecido con Dios por esta gran oportunidad.
I am very happy with God especially for this great opportunity.
Así como también con mi promotor de toda la vida, Samson Lukowitz.
Also very happy for my promoter to put the fight, Samson Lukowitz. TVG also.
Mayweather Promotion.
Mayweather Promotions also.
Thank you. Mi manager Fernando Domínguez, mi equipo de trabajo conformado por mis hermanos y mi padre.
My manager Fernando Domingos, and also my training team, which is my father and my brothers.
Estoy muy contento por esta gran oportunidad que se me presentó.
I'm very happy with this great opportunity that I've had.
Me encuentro muy emocionado. Vengo a dejarlo todo arriba del ring.
I'm going to leave everything on top of that ring. I'm very emotional about this great opportunity that has been given to me.
Tengo mucha fe en Dios y mucha seguridad.
I have a lot of faith in God and a lot of security.
También quiero agradecerle a Davis por aceptar pelear conmigo.
I also want to thank Gervonta Davis for wanting to fight me.
Y traigo toda la seguridad de que este sábado habrá nuevo campeón mundial.
And I have all the security and the insurance that there's going to be a world champion come Saturday night, a new world champion.
Muchas gracias a todos.
Thank you.
And now, to bring up the champ, unbeaten, only gone the distance once, and 20 fights. Here's Leonard Ellaby.
Nice try, B. This young fighter's, his reach goes beyond just the boxing ring. I'm really impressed. I'm from the DC area, so I know firsthand the impact that this young gentleman has on the youth, just not in the DMV area, but the youth all around the world. When it comes to excitement, when it comes to explosiveness, when it comes to knockout power. This is something new that the fans across the world are getting a chance to witness. And at the young age of 24, most of the fans out there have grown to know Tank for his punching power. But I'm here to tell you, Tank is also a very, very skilled boxer. And I think this is one of the things that he'll be able to showcase moving forward in a number of his big fights in the near future. And come Saturday night, we know that he has a tough challenge in front of him, because anytime you have a last-minute replacement who's a former world champion, who's an excellent fighter, but styles make fights. And when it comes to Hugo Ruiz style, he's a very aggressive fighter, and it makes nothing but a great fight. And when it comes to Gervonta Davis, he has the full arsenal. I mean, he can do it all. In my opinion, not only is he the most exciting fighter in the entire sport, he's also the biggest puncher in the sport. And you heard me, he's also the biggest puncher in the sport. But it takes more than just having knockout power. And again, on Saturday night, I think you'll see an array of his skill set. He'll come out and he'll be able to showcase everything that he's been working on. So without further ado, I would like to bring up Mayweather Promotions' own, none other than the WBA Super Featherweight Champion of the world, Gervonta "Tank" Davis.
First of all, I want to, thank God, for this opportunity. I want to thank Showtime, Mayweather Promotion, Al Heyman, my team. I'm excited to be back in the sport, fighting. I've been off for some time now. Camp been great, being with my brothers. We have Lorenzo Truck Simpson fighting on the card. Hopefully we could get my other brothers, fighting on the card in the future. I'm ready, man. I'm excited. We planned on fighting Abner, but he had an injury, so hopefully we could get him down the line if everything okay with him. Hugo, I believe that he's a great opponent. He gonna come to fight Saturday night. He actually just fought, so he should be in shape. And he also telling, the media that he gonna knock me out. So hopefully we get an action-packed fight. That's what I'm wishing to get back to the fans, since it been a late change in the opponents. But I'm ready, man. I feel like I'm the one that can be, that next pay-per-view star. I'm working towards it, Again, I'm just a little kid, soaking it all in, So Saturday night, I hope y'all ready. Don't get no popcorn. It's gonna be an action-packed fight, So I see y'all Saturday night. Thank you all for coming out.
Thank you, champ. Gentlemen, there's some microphones under your chairs. If you guys would pick up those microphones, we're going to ask you some questions about your fight. Now, let's start with the first fight that you'll see. Comes your way on Showtime Championship Boxing. Javier Fortuna, and Sharif Bolger. Javier, let me start with you. You had an unusual 2018. Fought Robert Easter Jr., didn't make weight, lost a split decision. You move up to 140, you fight Adrian Granados. You end up falling out of the ring in that fight, get a no contest. Can you guarantee the fans they're going to see the best Javier Fortuna Saturday night?
Claro que sí, vendrá nueva, como dicen, como nueva reparación en mí, cambio de entrenador y físico, un equipo nuevo.
Of course, we have a new team now, new trainer. They're going to see the best of Javier Fortuna come Saturday night.
Sharif, you put together a 10-fight unbeaten streak since your first loss, which was really 6 years ago. Is this the toughest test of your career since you fought Abril?
Thank you for the question. Toughest test. Every day is a tough test in my life. Every day we face a lot of different difficulties in life. This is going to be just another fight. I'm prepared for it. I have a great team behind me. I have a great teacher, Theo Torrance. Hey, come Saturday night, the lion returns. The lion comes for what belongs to him.
What does a win do for your career?
Javier is a big name compared to the fighters that I've been fighting. You know, Richard Barrios is a former world champion, tough guy too. But getting a win from Javier Fortuna will put me up there on top too, and I'll be prepared for the next challenge after that.
Javier, he says a win over you is a signature win on his career. What does the victory do for you Saturday?
Sería una victoria muy grande para mi carrera y una victoria muy contundente para seguir el camino hacia adelante.
Yes, I will definitely, a victory against Sharif will be very important in my career and in the stepping stone where I want to get this. It's going to be a difficult fight against Sharif, but he's ready.
Difícil de llevarse la victoria en esta vuelta.
Yeah. It's going to be a tough fight, but it's going to be a tough fight for him too.
Now let's get to the co-feature. Mario Barrios, Richard Zamora. Richard, you've won 5 straight. What does a victory Saturday, your U.S. debut, against an unbeaten fighter like Mario Barrios do for you?
Es un paso muy importante en mi carrera, salir victorioso de esta pelea, ya que estaré haciendo mi debut en los Estados Unidos.
It'll be definitely a big step, especially doing my U.S. Debut here in United States. So it's a big step to beat Mario.
Mario, I read that you said, I know that you have been matched and brought along carefully, but you said you want all the smoke at 140. Tell the people, what does that mean?
That means I'm ready, for any one of the champions. I mean, I'm not looking past Zamora whatsoever. I tip my hat, for him taking this fight. It's a huge opportunity for him. But, I mean, come Saturday night, I know all the work I put in during camp is going to pay off. And, I mean, there's some big things on the horizon. But, again, not looking past Zamora. He's a very tough fighter in front of me. I know he's coming with everything on Saturday, but so am I.
Richard, what should we expect Saturday night?
Una gran pelea, vengo preparado y listo para una guerra.
I come very well prepared, and I'm waiting for a war. I'm expecting a war, and I'm ready for a war.
Lastly, Mario, you've stopped your last 6 opponents. He says he's ready for war.
You better be. I mean, it's gonna be a great night. I mean, like I said, I'm ready. I mean, sounds good to me.
Now we get to the main event. Gervonta Davis, 20 fights, 19 knockouts. Hugo Ruiz, 18 first-round knockouts. Gervonta, I just heard you say it, and I read it, and you said fighting Hugo, you think will probably be a better fight because you said he's stronger, more aggressive opponent than Abner Mares. Tell us why. Why do you believe that?
His record speaks for itself. You know, he got, I believe, 38 wins with like 33 knockouts. So I watched a little bit on him, and he got some pop. He accurate.
Hugo? Tank really has had about 3 rounds of activity in the last 18 months. Because you have fought recently, do you feel like that's an advantage for you and a disadvantage for him?
Bueno, yo me siento en ritmo para esta pelea. Davis es un gran campeón. Creo que esta va a ser un gran combate. He estado muy activo, entonces eso creo que me va a favorecer mucho.
I'm in rhythm. I've been very active since my last fight, which was just a couple of weeks ago. Davis is a tremendous fighter, tremendous champion, but I'll be ready come Saturday night.
Tank, any concern about ring rust?
No, I don't think I have ring rust. You know, I've been working with a lot of good fighters in the gym. I feel as though I'm excited to be back, so I'm more excited, you know, to be back and, you know, give them a great fight Saturday night. So I don't believe that I have ring rust.
Hugo, you're fighting at 130, first time. Do you believe the power will also transfer at this weight?
Solo puedo decir que en las 130 libras me siento más fuerte que nunca y eso lo voy a demostrar este sábado.
All I can say is that at 130 I feel more power than ever, and I will demonstrate it on Saturday night.
Tank? Sounds like he says he wants that smoke at 130. He's also been quoted saying he will knock you out Saturday. It's not too many guys who say they want to fight you, and not too many opponents who say they're actually going to knock you out. What should we expect Saturday?
For him to say he's going to knock me out, you know, I feel as though that it will be an action-packed fight. I'm glad that he have that mentality, you know, because we owe it to the fans of a late changing an opponent. So I'm praying that, you know, he come ready to fight, you know, Saturday night, so we get the fans a great show.
Hugo, we'll end this with you. Your last question. Why did you want this challenge?
Bueno, este reto es muy grande para mí. Es la oportunidad de mi vida, la oportunidad de toda mi carrera. Todos los 12 años que he trabajado en el boxeo, lo he hecho para esta gran oportunidad y no pienso desperdiciarla.
There's a big challenge for me. My 12 years in boxing, this is the great opportunity I've been waiting for, and I don't plan on losing out on it.
Tank, how does going into a fight like this, when you've been preparing for Abner, then boom, at the last minute, it's someone totally new, and obviously it's someone who's very hungry. How does that affect your game plan and what you're trying to do Saturday night?
It really don't affect me. You know, I've been coming through the amateurs. You know, we always, you know, fought by like, I want to say 4 or 5 times a week. So we always had different opponents. Also, I have been sparring someone that's taller than me in training camp. You know, so it don't play no major role. You know, I'm ready. I think a fighter should be ready and be able to adapt to whatever he have in the ring in front of him. So I'm aware of what's going on. I'm ready. You know, hopefully he ready, and Saturday night we get him an action-packed fight.
And lastly, you know, you said this is going to be the first of many big fights for you this year. How active will you be, champ, this year?
I'll be very active. We had 3 fights scheduled.
Probably 4.
Yeah, probably 4 if we can get him out of there in the, you know, in the early round. So I'm pushing to get him out of there in the early round so I can collect another check before. 4th of July.
Well, there you go, folks. Again, it all comes your way Saturday. Showtime Championship Boxing. Don't forget, Showtime Championship Boxing Countdown. We'll be streaming the undercards. 2 fights on that undercard, 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's 8 o'clock Eastern. It's the return of Erickson Lubin against a former world champion, Ishe Smith. You don't want to miss that. And then, of course, the main event. 3 fights on Showtime Championship Boxing, 7 o'clock Pacific. That's 10 o'clock Eastern. We'll begin with Bolger, Fortuna, the co-main, Mario Barrios, Zamora, and then the main event, the champ, Gervonta Tank Davis taking on Hugo Ruiz. All of this promoted by TGB Promotions, Mayweather Promotions, and Samson Boxing. Now, let's pose some fighters. Thank you, everybody.
Lisa, you want to main first? Okay.
barbarian, a savage.
It's been the same monopoly man at the top of Wall Street for 1,000 years.
Wall Street's not the roller coaster. You are.
Morning, go-getters.
Today, I finally get a son.
Doesn't speak a word of English.
Hey, no problemo.
Come in peace.
Frank will be the new Hobo Local spokesperson.
I haven't won the competition yet.
We have the #1 show of late night, Zamora, coming to Showtime in February. We gotta get us some new chairs. What about this?
Yeah. You want to make a baby? Yeah.
We should make the set look like intake at Rikers. Who would you like to have on the show?
First guest, Tim's new baby, in utero interview.
Who's doing that in late night? Nobody.
I'm a baby. Wah, wah.
We can get guests to polish our shoes while we interview them. Boom. Let's go make a TV show.
Get it, baby. And I'm taking this with me too, bro.
Bad baby mama, you can't take that away from me. I am always grinding cause my baby need to eat. Even when I'm done, I look the baddest that I be. Cause a mother is a mother, but a mother is a queen. I'm a baby mama and I don't want your drama. Focus on me and I'm focused on the dollar. Focus on my family, the reason I go harder. You not talking family, then you not talking nothing. SMILF. Baby mother be the best. SMILF. I'm a baby mother, I'm a bad. To the moms!
Got a plan that's starting to form. It's never boring. I'm gonna take care of it.